Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Didn't get started right on the dot. We're about 20 seconds late, but it's okay. It's still 9 a.m., right? So we're right on schedule. Just a little bit off from what we normally are, but we got it ironed out over here. Javier dips our gifts, fellas and gals over here. Javier, welcome back. Good to see you. Good morning, everybody. Lawrence, good morning. Hello. On the dot, you know it. Uncle Olson, you are late. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Hey, a lot of people would still take that as on time. It still said 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on my computer over here. But let's get going. The first 15, 30 minutes is good. We're going to dive into the charts more heavily, right? We're going to dive into the charts, really pound out as many as possible. And then on the second half of the stream, the second 15 to 30 minutes, we'll do requests and answer questions, stuff like that from the comments. So make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Help me, help you, help me. And make sure to put all the details in. If you want me to chart something for you, just make sure to put in, if it's crypto, stock, the ticker symbol, and all the details if you're looking to long, short, etc. Ollie, good morning. Welcome back. So let's dive in. The question is, will we see a stock market retracement, right? It's been on a massive move to the upside, right? The last pivot low was October 27th. This is the Dow Jones futures, by the way. The last pivot low is October 27th on the Dow Jones. On the NASDAQ, it was October 26th. I remember that day clearly when I took profits on my short. And ever since, price hitting 32,400-ish right there, you can see that it was oversold. There's a reversal candle, and then started to get back above the trending dots. And then, of course, the buy signal was the last piece to the puzzle and took off to the upside. There's bearish divergence, right? So you can see that price is making higher highs, right, for a couple of months, while RSI is making lower highs. So bearish divergence, a higher probability is a higher low that gets put in, but RSI is trending downward, and it was flashing a pending sell signal on RSI earlier this morning. And so if you get a candle close back below the trending dots, you get another RSI sell signal, then the probabilities will continue to increase that there could be a retracement on the horizon in the near future. And there's some other charts as well that kind of line up with that, right? So let's take a look at the dollar. We talked about it. We've been covering it. And here, let's put on some of the, oh, by the way, Dow Jones, if it does break down and we start to see it, candle close below, sell signals, all that stuff, because there could be additional bearish divergence. I think it's becoming less likely, but it's always a possibility. I've already put the targets on for the Dow Jones, and you can see target 1, target 2, and then there's a gap, a small gap at about 36,200-ish, and then so you got those targets on there. The dollar, we were talking about this at the very bottom, right? We were talking about how it was starting to break out back up to the upside, and then there's a buy signal, consolidated, and then it's breaking out of this longer term downward trend line. So it's bullish on the daily chart, the dollar. It's bullish on the weekly chart as well, right? So the weekly chart had that buy signal back on end of January, and then hovered right around the downward trend line in the first week of February, and now price is starting to take off to the upside over here. It is bullish on the dollar. G-Rod, let's get it. Good morning. Welcome back, G-Rod. Good to see you back. And the 10-year yield is bullish on the weekly chart. The 10-year yield, we were talking about this on the breakout, right? It was starting to break out, came back all the way down, put in a higher low, followed by a reverse candle, and then started to take off to the upside with a buy signal, broke this downward trend line, and it's hit 2 out of the 4 shorter term targets. Still have this third longer term target up here at 5.3%. I think a lot of people would be surprised, right? If it does go all the way back up there, just missed it at 5%. And so here it is. It's bullish on the daily chart. It's bullish on the weekly chart for the 10-year yields. So we're going to see higher rates, right? The VIX had a buy signal yesterday again, right? Buy signal, drop, puts in a higher low. Buy signal, drop, double bottom. Buy signal, drop, higher low, right? The VIX is the volatility of the S&P 500 index, and it's wild. It's crazy, right? It's just chop, 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 and then all of a sudden explosion to the upside or huge drop to the downside, right? So it's back up in target 1. You still have these targets that were laid out way back here in December. You got target 2, target 3, target 4. I circled that. It got rejected off the 200-week moving average. 200-week moving average right now is at $21.40, as you can see. And so that's the VIX. So those are all the reasons why we could see a market retracement. Retracements are healthy, especially if it's going to remain, if the markets are going to remain bullish for longer term, then you'd want to see retracements along the way. You want to see corrections along the way. Because otherwise it gets overextended. Prices start to go parabolic, and usually after it's done going parabolic, there's usually a crash afterwards. So that is the NASDAQ also hovering right around the trending dots. There is bearish divergence there as well. As you can see, lower highs all the way down, right? Lower highs going all the way back to 17,000. And so, but there still could be room to the upside, right? It's not done yet. It's still currently bullish on the daily chart. If you look at the higher time frames, it's still bullish on the weekly chart. There's even bearish divergence on the weekly chart as well. So something to keep an eye on. But, you know, it's too early to call it as of right now. S&P 500, right? Bearish divergence. Still holding on, still above the trending dots, still bullish on the daily chart, still bullish on the weekly chart. Too early to call it. Russell 2000 looks a little bit different as usual, right? Instead of bearish divergence, this is possibly a lower high. Keep that in mind. Possible lower high. It's got a pending reversal candle right now. And still, you know, if you get a candle close back below this trend line, that's not good for the bulls, right? And then if you start seeing the reverse candle, and then you start seeing candle close back below the trending dots, then we could possibly see lower prices on the Russell 2000. So we'll keep an eye on all of these. Bitcoin moving over here. We got additional bearish divergence, right? We have additional bearish divergence, but it is still bullish on the daily chart, right? Still currently bullish, still well above the trending dots. The weekly chart is still ultra bullish. So do you really want to pick tops, local tops? We'll see how it plays out, but it's still currently bullish, ultra bullish on the weekly chart, still bullish on the daily chart. And if you look at the longer term, monthly chart is also bullish and is at like RSI 67 right now. So still bullish, but it is pretty far extended away from the trending dots. So don't be surprised if there still is a pullback at some point, right? Don't be surprised. So don't be caught off guard, you know, that we're going to go just straight to the moon and hit $150,000 by tomorrow, right? That would be amazing, but don't be caught off guard and don't be surprised. So as Bitcoin, not much else to report. It was ultra bullish. If you get a candle close like this, then it's no longer ultra bullish on the daily chart. It's only bullish, but the weekly chart is still currently ultra bullish as well. But keeping in mind what the NASDAQ, Dow Jones are all possibilities with bearish divergence. The dollar bullish, 10-year yields bullish, the VIX is bullish. Just keep all that in mind. Obviously, you know, the reminder I put out in the Discord early this morning was don't forget to take profits along the way, A, and then B, trade the chart individually. So if you're trading Bitcoin, trade Bitcoin first and foremost with an awareness of what else is going on out in the market. So quick little, the Fed watch tool over here is CME group. It was at like 80%, I believe. It was at, let's see, week one, it was at 81% in the week of February. So now it's a 91.5% that the Fed watch tool is saying that the rates will not be decreased, right? So it's all the way up to 91.5. Just a couple weeks ago, it was at 81%. And then a couple days ago, or one day ago, it was up to 84%. And now with a slightly higher CPI, this is probably impacting it over here. And then May was like 50% just a day ago, I believe. 52%. It was basically a coin flip a day ago that there's going to be lower rates in May, and now it's all the way up to 63%. When I posted the chart like an hour ago, it was 59%. So I don't know what's happened in the last hour, but it's up another 4% that people believe on the Fed Watch tool that the rates will not be decreased, not only in March, but not even in May. So we'll continue to watch it over there. And here we are in Bitcoin, down 3% today. MicroStrategy flipping from ultra bullish to bullish. Let's flip over to the Magnificent Seven over here. Let's take a look at that. I haven't even looked at that today. NVIDIA is pretty much flat at 0.05%. I would consider that flat. Let's see what else. Tesla John, let's get those likes up. 26 watching, 7 likes. Wow, 7 likes only? Come on. Come on, snipers. Let's go. Sniper that like button over there. Smash it. Help me, help you, help me. Thanks, Tesla John. I appreciate that on this fine Taco Tuesday over here. NVIDIA flat, 0.05%, like I said. Meta down 1%. Still ultra bullish. Still currently ultra bullish. There's that gap down here at $400, but still ultra bullish on the daily chart. Amazon, still bullish. Could be finding support at the trending dots, right? RSI is starting to break down, though, so something to be aware of. This was bearish divergence on the daily chart. So we will see if it's going to be a trend reversal, fills a gap. Who knows? But still this longer term upward trend line, right? Kind of map it out like that. Those are old lines. Not sure what those are from, but might as well remove them. So still an uptrend, still above the trading dots, still bullish as of right now. RSI did have bearish divergence and is breaking down Amazon, something to pay attention to. Microsoft just missed Abercrombie and Fitch target 1, right? So if you zoom out here, but you have bearish divergence on the daily chart, it's back below the trending dots. If you get a candle close back below and you've got RSI closing back below here, you got bearish divergence and RSI is trending lower, right? RSI is trending lower. There's an RSI sell signal back here, bearish divergence. So be aware of that. Microsoft is the top in, or at least a local top before a retracement. If so, it just missed the Abercrombie and Fitch target 1, right? Tesla continues to be bearish on the daily chart. Could put in a higher low, right? So it could put in a higher low. Any candle closes above $1.80, $180.74 would be a higher low. There was an RSI buy signal just a few days ago, so it's something to continue to watch, but it is currently still bearish. The weekly chart is still bearish, still trending downward, right? Still in a downward trend. So you can kind of see that it could be in a longer term downward trend for a bit, right? So it is possible. And if you kind of take a look at it, you can kind of see like where the trend could possibly change, right? The trend could possibly change like that. So the EMA on RSI is continuing to trend downward. RSI is currently trending downward, still below like 50, still below 40, all that stuff. So Not picking bottoms on Tesla. Still bearish on the weekly chart. It looks like it's trying to find support here, but it's still bearish overall. So not picking bottoms there on Tesla. Apple, you got the weekly chart, bearish divergence, lower high possibly, and obviously not confirmed, but multiple candle closes back below the trading dots. You've got a pending RSI sell signal on the weekly chart. So we will see if so, if you start to get a close back below. It's early in the week, by the way. It's only Tuesday, so you still have 3 more days after today for the weekly candle. So too early to say. It could end up not being a sell signal on our side, but if it does, it could signal that lower prices or at least a downtrend for a little bit on Apple. Currently down 0.84% as of right now. So something to pay attention to and keep watching, which means it could also have a pending sell signal in the near future. Google, not much to report on Google other than the reversal candle. There was bearish divergence. There was a reverse candle. So something to pay attention to on the weekly chart. As far as the daily chart, you've got a possible lower high. If you get another candle close back below the trading dots, then it could signal that we're going to continue to go lower on the daily chart for Google. Let's switch back over. Let's see if there's any other ones. A lot of these crypto assets were up, 5 to 10%, and now they're down 3 to 5%. So, like I said, they're fast movers. They pumped up. Ethereum was pumping up from this buy signal, right? And pumped all the way back up, closed back above here, right? No bearish divergence on Ethereum. It's currently bullish right now. It was ultra bullish yesterday and closed ultra bullish yesterday. So we will see how the daily candle close. Solana, we always covered Solana, and then for some reason it was taken off of my crypto watch list over here, and someone was asking me in the Discord if I could cover it on a regular basis. So I was like, yeah, absolutely. I was surprised that I wasn't covering Solana anymore, and so here we are, Solana. We're covering it again, and it's still currently bullish over here. And if you zoom out on the weekly chart, kind of back out of this weekly chart, remember 1 target, 2 target, 3 target, still Bitcoin has hit 4 targets to the upside, and then I added a 5th target up over here. So this is it's currently ultra bullish on the weekly chart, still above the trending dots. So we'll continue to watch it if it's going to continue to make its move to the upside, but it's still ultra bullish, and it's hit 3 out of 4 targets so far. Remember, Bitcoin hit the 4th target up here. If so, Solana would be at 135. So a Solana dot still above the trending dots, still currently bullish on the weekly chart. Cardano still above the trending dots. Sand holding on. What had a buy signal last week or on Sunday, had a buy signal on the weekly chart, near above the trending dots. Mana holding on, buy signal last week, right? So we will see. It was a pending buy signal, and that's what I was pointing out was a pending buy signal. Became a buy signal. Chainlink still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. As you can see, only 2 of the 4 targets were hit to the downside. 2 of the 4 targets were hit to the downside, and then started to break back out to the upside, right? 1 longer term target has been hit so far. Target 2 hasn't even been hit yet. And then, of course, Bitcoin has hit 4 targets to the upside. Matic, still bullish on the weekly chart. Let's flip over to, let's see, Bitfarm. Weekly chart is still bullish. CLSK, weekly chart is still ultra bullish. I was pointing out the higher low, the higher high, right? Marathon Digital, higher low, higher high. And then we will see if it puts in another higher high. Weekly chart is still bullish as of right now. On Marathon Digital, Riot, still bullish. We gonna make it. Valkyrie Bitcoin Miners ETF. These are all Bitcoin mining stocks, by the way. Weekly chart, Hive, pending sell signal. It's hit 1 target so far. If you kind of look at a Hive, right? Still bullish on the daily chart. had a candle close above, got all the way up, toe tapped. I don't think it pierced it, right? I don't think it pierced target two. Got rejected off of target two at $3.95. Has just pulled back a little bit, kind of letting the trading dots catch up on Hive over there. MIGI dropped down though, could be putting in a possible higher low. Too early to say, but retrace back up. A low, a higher low, higher high. Will it put in another higher low? As of right now, is pending sell signal, and who knows, right? So we will see on MIGI down 16% today, right? So keep an eye on that. HUT had a buy signal and still above the trading dots, kind of letting the trading dots catch up over there. Wolf, Wolf, again, pumped all the way up, kind of letting the trading dots catch up, see if it puts in another higher low over there on Wolf. What else? What else? What else? Target. Got this gap down here at 112 still. You still have bearish divergence, right? Still have bearish divergence. Pending reverse candle, we will see on target. What else? Labu. Yeah, SP 500 biotech bull 3x shares. Looks like a possible lower high, pending reverse candle, right? Just an awareness. Keep in mind over there. If you're long everything, right? This is what we're talking about. If you're long everything, could we see a stock market correction? The reminder is don't forget to take profits along the way and trade the chart in front of you. So if you're trading Rivian, for example, then trade Rivian first and foremost, right? No buy signal as of yet. Currently back below the trading dots. Probably very similar. I mean, it looks very similar to Tesla, right? So we'll put in a higher low. Too early to say as of right now. There is bullish divergence, and then we'll see if it puts in a higher low and then flips back around. So that's pretty much it. I think we covered it all. Excuse me. What else? You guys have any requests? You want me to take a look at anything today? We're only at 22 minutes. Still got plenty of time. Bitcoin. Let's see what else. What else catches our eye over here? Teladoc down 6%. Just reverse candle, buy signal, push it all the way back up, and then drop straight back down. We'll find support here at $19.67. We'll put in a higher low. Has not put in a higher low as of yet. Higher probability is putting in a higher low, find support, and then flip back around. Unity Software could be a fake out to the upside, buy signal, right? Could put in a higher low as well. You've got divergence over here. And then if you put in a higher low on Unity Software, see if it comes back out and breaks out back up to the upside. So with cautions that we talked about with the VIX and everything else, the NASDAQ, bearish divergence, all that stuff. These are high-risk assets, high-risk stocks, and high-risk crypto, high-risk everything. And that's what we're continuing to watch over here. Netflix, haven't taken a look at Netflix in a while. Let's take a look at it. You got this gap here at 498, right? 498. And then you got a pending RSI sell signal on the daily chart. Could get a candle close back below the trending dots for the first time in almost a month. That's Netflix. That's Netflix. Aldo, I like the shorter streams better, by the way. Yeah, I kind of like them too. There's just so much Olsen I can take. Yeah, I know. Especially if we start getting like an hour, hour and a half, then it becomes pretty crazy. Coin, we haven't taken a look at coin in a while, right? Had that buy signal a couple days ago. Started to pump back up, kind of let the trending dots catch up. So we'll continue to watch coin as well. We already saw MicroStrategy. What else? 2-year yield, very similar to the 10-year yield, bullish on the bullish on the daily chart. US 10-year yield, US 30-year yield up 1.4% as well. What else? In phase energy, haven't looked at that in a while, but it's bullish on the daily chart. SHIB, haven't looked at that. SoFi, fake out, drop down, higher low. Is that another fake out? Is it going to put another higher low, right? And then break out to the upside after that. So that's SoFi. Continue to watch them over there. ARC was starting to break out to the upside, came right back down, kind of let the trending dots catch up. We will see on ARC. What else? Ollie, Jesse, Sushi, Crypto, please, you got it. All right, let's take a look at Sushi. I haven't looked at Sushi in a while. Let's see. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's been a while, right? We were talking about this buy signal, came back down, consolidated for a couple of weeks, and then had another buy signal, and it looks bullish on the daily chart, right? Looks bullish on the daily chart. Let's look at the weekly chart on Sushi. Weekly chart looks bullish as well. Going to take that off. So the low, possible higher low, back above the trending dots. The weekly chart looks bullish as well. And then you can kind of like even draw like a longer term trend line like that probably, right? And you can see came up, came back down, and could be breaking out to the upside on Sushi. Let's see if I like that one. No, or you could probably have a more conservative downward trend line like that, right? A little more conservative. And but it is back above the trading dot. So bullish on the weekly chart, bullish on the daily chart. And hope that helps over there. Ollie, let me know if you have any follow-up questions over there. And let's see. Hood down 1.75%. Still bullish on the weekly chart. A lot of these are still bullish on the weekly chart. So just keeping that in mind. DKNG DraftKings does have longer term bearish divergence. Something to be aware of, right? PLTR still bullish on the weekly chart. I think that's about it. Oh, I do want to take a look at some of these DOT versus BTC. Let's look at the daily chart. Could we see a crypto pump on some of these assets? Will they find support? DOT versus BTC dominance, right? Still bearish as of right now. Sand still ultra bearish. Solana has a pending buy signal, but basically been flat for an entire month, right? Basically just going sideways. Chainlink, right? RSI sell signal. Ethereum, BTC. Ethereum versus BTC had a reverse candle. Could it close back above the trending dots? That's kind of interesting on Ethereum versus BTC. AVAX, pretty much flat, right? Flat near pending buy signal on the daily chart, getting back above the trending dots over there on near. Doge, ultra bearish, could put in bullish divergence, right? Just to name a few. So we'll keep an eye on all of it, but still bullish overall on the daily chart for Bitcoin. The weekly chart is still ultra bullish. The monthly chart is still bullish. So we'll continue watching from there. With that, we're at about 28 minutes. Short live stream. Not seeing too many comments or anything you want me to take a look at today. So we'll continue to watch over there. See, VIX is now up 6.6%. U.S. 10-year yield is making a move 2.5%. And the dollar, right? Remember, the dollar keeps crashing all the way to zero, right? We know, we hear about it. Oh, gold. I wanted to cover gold, right? So gold, lower high, possible lower high, another sell signal. Price is going down to target 2 right now. Trending downward on target 2. Aldo, you got it. That's gold. Silver, still bearish on silver and gold, right? Something to be aware of. Could it put in a double bottom? It's possible. It's possible it puts in a double bottom on silver. It is below the 200-week moving average right now. Gold is above the 200-week moving average, and that's down here at $1,855. So that's it. That's the end of it. Thanks again. Hope everyone has a good rest of your day. Happy Taco Tuesday. We'll probably go get some tacos in honor of Taco Tuesday. I love my tacos. Who knows? Maybe we'll even switch up with enchiladas or something. I don't know. So with that, hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you on the next one, and we'll see you tomorrow. 8 consecutive live streams.